Hi guys, we are here with Darren Stephenson and Allisdair Bowman, Shadow Realm regulars, Newcastle players, and they have just finished top 16 of the European Championships.
Yes.
And you were both playing the same deck,
Yeah,
exactly the same, card for card.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Card for card. So
He gave you
a few weeks ago,
Why?
we were trying to solve the problems of the deck. Two main ones were the gin lock and going first in the mirror. So we decided to play cards that would give us auto wins and try and solve the problems of going first, because in turn that also beats the gin lock because you'll establish a board turn one. First of all, massive thank you to Danny Jackson, who also played a major part in building this list. It's a shame he couldn't come. Let's start.
Okay, let's have a look at your cards then.
2 Brynac. There shouldn't really need to be much said about that. It's important. 3 Nekroz, the best card in the deck. 3 Valk. It's important in this list to play 3 rather than 2. Basically, you want to see it. You want to see it every single hand. There are problems with drawing multiples, but this is mitigated by the fact that we're playing trade-in, which is part of the reason why we want to go first. Since we play 3 of these, trade-in's obviously a lot better. And trade-in, when you go first, it gives you that extra card and turns cycle straight into a +1. This means you've got an extra card.
And we also play Great Sorcerer as well, so we'll have more access to Valk, so it's not as much as the brick when we draw it more.
Yeah, exactly. Like we often, like when we go first, we summon Valk. We don't pop the Valk off because we'll stack a Lancia and then we'll leave the Valk on the board. 1 Closeless. I could sit here for hours on why you shouldn't play 2 of these.
Just take it back.
Basically, people play 2 to get it for a number of reasons. The first, all of which are wrong. The first is to get it off a Shrit when they've got no targets left in deck. This is fake advantage because you probably already have access to all your mirrors then, and the Closest is fake.
People say they can like tribute on Valk and stuff, but when you just rather play a better card.
Well, and drawing multiples of this is awful. Yeah. Drawing this mid-game, late game is when you've already got your mirrors. It's a dead card. If in a world, there are some times when you can search it and it will have value and it's good. In a world where you could never draw it and you could always search it, you'd play a second one, but other than that...
I mean, I can understand why you'd play 2 because you want to see it, but like realistically, like you've got enough access to it already, so you don't really need to play 2.
1 Trishula. This is the card that basically makes the deck so powerful. Decisive Armor. I think this is just a really good card. You can search it off Exa, which we're also playing. It lets you play around Trishula if it's the last card in your hand. It makes your monsters bigger than everything in the mirror, which is really relevant. So it means you can like summon this with this behind it, and it means they can't overlay over the Unicorn, and they can't attack over it because you've got Decisive Armor. It's also like really good against Rogue because it like
smashes Rogue.
Its on-field effect's really good. It's 3,300 attack is a lot as well. Gungnir is really good because it's searchable from Grand Sorcerer, which is part of the OTK, which we can kill them through Valk by turn 2. And basically people are leaving themselves really low, and Gungnir punishes them for that because it just... Valk is irrelevant when you have Gungnir.
This is also good against, amazing against Clifford. In fact, like I played a Clifford player who just had to lose 1 turn, and I just summoned the Gungnir, and I didn't even pop the lose 1 turn. I just kept on popping these monsters and just kept on swinging with the Gungnir. I wasn't even afraid of the lose 1 turn because Gungnir is so powerful.
3 Manju and 3 Senju.
Best card in the deck.
Like, well, Unicorn's the best card in the deck, but this is really good. Like, it's hard to play Yu-Gi-Oh when you don't have a Jew. Like, the Yu-Gi-Oh that you play isn't as good because not only is it an engine card, it increases your ceiling because it's a level 4, so you can actually... people who play like 5 Jews, that's just wrong because you want to max out on your engine cards.
Just want to see it all the time.
And the excuse of having too many normal summons by playing multiple Jews is just incorrect because you draw multiple Jews isn't a bad thing because you've got to follow up for the following turn.
You're back-to-back good players.
Yeah. 2 Shrit. This card, like, I could legitimately see myself playing 3 in this list because it's like outside of a Jew, it's the best combo piece. It cogs too much, and it's...
2's a good number. I mean, you like to see it in your opening hand because
like there's not really enough room to play 3. Like I think it's one of the... I think there's a real logic to playing 3 though, but there's no room to play it in this list, and it's probably not right. 1 Great Sorcerer and 1 Exit. These 2 cards are important because when you set up boards with Valk summoning first, you make like a larval chain, you'll stack Lancia and with it and draw it with Valk, and you'll generally try and use a Bryanak to search one of these 2, and you'll tribute these off. This searches Decisive Armor, and this searches basically most of your engine cards. They both allow you to ODK on the next turn. So if you send this one, you can banish it for a mirror, and then this effect will send the Exit, and then you can banish the Exit, and usually you'll have a Shrit in the grave as well because you summoned the Valk previously. So then you can like activate, since you've already searched the mirror, you can search mirror when you've banished this, and then you'll banish the Shrit in this, summon the Valk, and then you'll summon the Shrit back, and then you've got so much advantage then. You'll have like something like 6 cards on hand, that on field, mirrors to your disposal. It's really good.
Drawing them's not so bad either because generally like you can summon a Valk a lot of the time, and then this just gives you tribute fodder, and if you've got a Lancia in hand as well, tributing these off while they're having a Lancia in hand, that's just so powerful.
Like people say these cards are bricks, like that's completely not true. This should be played anyway because it's a spellcaster, and it's like a searchable level 4 from Bryanak, so you can increase your ceiling that way, and it beats Secret Village as well, so I think a spellcaster Nekroz should be somewhere in your deck.
Decisive Armor as well.
Yeah, and it beats a Jinlock with Decisive Armor.
Why the choice of Great Sorcerer over, say, Dance Princess, which has been popular?
Because we're making boards, and Dance Princess doesn't have any value in the opening turns of the game. It needs the game to progress. This is good straight away.
Like we realistically just want OTK our opponent, it's done.
We play this. We now value this in this list as the best hand trap in the game, and it's only good against a mirror, and it's good against Ritual Beast as well. But no other hand trap is good against any other deck either. Like, so people were questioning me of, oh, why are you playing Lancia in the main deck, and like being surprised. Like this card, like your engine's better than any other rogue deck. The only engine. Your engine is the same in the mirror, so this gives you a massive edge. They cannot Trishula. It's better than Vela in this list because you're leaving boards, so you will lose to like Dance Princess and Trishula combinations, or Dance Princess and like Trishula and Book of Eclipse, because Vela doesn't beat those. This straight up means they can't Trishula, they can't Rhapsody you, they can't Decisive Armor you, they can't banish the mirrors even. It's just a really powerful card. It accomplishes multiple jobs.
If you play this as well when they're trying to play Exo Mirror and they can resolve it, that's such a blowout. They just lose so much advantage.
And also when you go when you go second rather, and they try to Jinlock you and send the Jin to the grave, they can't banish the Jin when you've got Lancia, so it's
a pseudo Jin out.
It's a pseudo Jin out as well. We decided to play Warrior Lady as a searchable Jin out, basically because it's better than Bullblader in my opinion because it's more reliable. Basically because Gungnir's seen a lot more play and Bullblader loses to that. Lancia is mained and that beats Warrior Lady, but Gungnir is a searchable card, so that's basically Gungnir offers Bullblader offers the most reward, but this is the most safe choice, and I'd rather go with the safe choice.
And realistically, the only out to this is like if they Valkyrie, but it's still board presence on the board.
So you can protect it with your own Valk. 3 upstart, like this is a combo deck, so you want. There are no 3 cards that should be there instead of this. This is the next card in your deck, and you shouldn't classify Upstart Goblin as a card.
Makes it a 37 card deck.
It makes it a 37 card deck, but imagine if this was like, if all of these were like maxed out on engine cards, so they can't be engine cards, they would all be bricks.
Like if there was something random like Book of Eclipse or Regeki or Dark Hole, would just end up bricking.
Exactly, they're all bricks, whereas this, it might be a Unicorn, it might be a Jew, so yeah. 6 mirrors.
Pretty standard.
That's the standard ratio.
Yeah.
Like this is the best mirror, this is the worst.
Seeing this in your opening hand, I feel like seeing one of these, I just feel like I've won.
Yeah, same. Preparation of rights.
That doesn't need
Rotor,
one of the best cards.
Rotor is really cool. It's like an engine card. It's really good utility card.
It makes you see this, which is really important.
Well, yeah.
Gives you access to your mirrors as well, closeless.
And it's important because you'd rather see a Shrit via this than Bryonac, because you want to switch the Bryonac off the Shrit and then use the Bryonac.
You don't want to waste it, because like then Bryonac gives you access to these if you're going for a bulk play, and then you just gain so much advantage. You get 2 cards from this.
Exactly. And it's like you play 3 because you want to max out an engine card, and obviously I don't count Colossus as an engine card.
And of course a Jin-out as well.
And 2 trade-in. We decided that, as I said before, going first in the mirror, you're at a major disadvantage because in standard play, you've got 1 less combo card in the combo deck. You've got not the first chance to attack, and damage is really important in the mirror. Trade-in goes some way to mitigating that, because obviously if you can put the Valk in the graveyard and get 2 cards for free and then cycle back the Valk, which you would have been anyway from your hand,
you just feel like you've got a free card.
You've got a free card basically. It lets you're basically playing less cards than you really are, because it digs for your other combo pieces.
It's been a lot of occasions where my hand has not been great at all, and I've just like YOLO'd it for a Valk, and I've just dug into it because this deck has so much draw potential that you're gonna see something good. It's gonna evolutionize your play.
I'm pretty confident that this is the best possible list for this event. I'll do the.
Helps you not brick as well.
Well,
yeah, I rarely brick.
Well, this is a brick in itself without other engine cards, but it'll help you get out of like not as good hands with it.
I don't think I've ever bricked going second. Like whenever I've bricked is when I've went first, but that's just the deck's problems.
But then this solves.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at your side deck.
Might have to sort it out. Go sort it out.
Yeah, sort it out. First of all, we play the Jin and Emptiness. We'll offer these to side out to the opponent, but I also I put these in nearing time because you want a win condition, because in time the mirror is not reliable because of Valkyros and Gungnir. There's no real reliable way to protect your life points, and like variance seems magnified in a short game like time, and you'd rather just have an auto win like the Jin and Emptiness.
Like you don't want them to just hit you for damage and then just Valk until it's over. If you have to go first, then you just want to get sort of Jin lock, because it's going to be a dice roll when it goes into time anyway, so you might as well just push your luck.
But we offer to side these out because we believe that we are better than any Nekroz player who we play, and these are the only cards that can beat us because we can't do anything about them. So we don't want them in their deck. 3 MST.
Floodgates.
And yeah, it's basically for Floodgates and Cliff Forts things as well. We decided these specifically for Cliff Fort. Probably, what's the trap card called? Typhoon might be better than this. I wasn't aware of the card that Cliff Fort played in their decks today. What's the new card that they've got?
Wavering.
I wasn't aware of Wavering Eyes, and if I was aware of Wavering Eyes' existence, I would probably play 2 Typhoon instead of 2 Twister. That's the only change that I'd make to my deck list though. It's basically, you want more outs to Floodgates against Cliff Fort. That's their win condition, and you beat them like that. 2 Shared Rides.
Seeing this going first is unreal.
This is for when you go first in the mirror. It once again tries to solve the problems because it sets them back a turn. It's a deterrent that replaces itself, and in a combo deck, that's the best kind of defensive card you can get.
And if they don't go for a push on the shared ride, then you at the very least you've replaced yourself, and they just don't get a turn. Then you can, since your deck can get so much advantage with the way we're playing it, then we can just probably OTK the next turn.
Yeah. Dark Hole and Regeki. We put these in. They're good against Ritual Beast, which was seeing a lot of hype before the weekend. And
I feel the better Yu-Gi-Oh cards in Book of Eclipse as well.
Yeah, the better Yu-Gi-Oh cards in Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse obviously has applications because against a Jin lock, Book of Eclipse offers more reward because basically you get a Trish of them after your Book of Eclipse, whereas you can't with those.
The Fiends are a thing as well,
but it deals with Fiends, it deals with established boards. So we side them going second in the mirror, not going first though. 3 Royal Decree. This is for Burning Abyss and pretty much
Cliff
most Cliff Fort, Ritual Beast, most rogue decks. It's a blowout against those decks. Traps are the way those decks beat you, and this says no traps.
If this is face up, I'm just so comfortable. I feel like I'm just going to win the game.
You can play however your deck wants to play with Decree. And one Denko Sekka. You want to only see one Denko Sekka.
Seeing it in multiples can be awful.
Seeing it in multiples, you probably will lose the game because it's a card that needs other cards around it to be good. It blows out Ritual Beast and it blows out Burning Abyss though. So it's just a good card to. It's a good card to draw against them. Like when you see it, and you just
you're over the moon.
Trishula's going through, and you just winning the game.
Yeah.
What's your extra deck?
The extra deck's not massively important. 2 Herald of Arclight. This is important because you play Gungnir, and it.
Yeah, when you push for an OTK, you can go Unicorn Gungnir.
Yeah, you summon Unicorn Gungnir. This needs to be.
Shooting Quasar Dragon.
No, it has to be Red Nova Dragon.
I mean, the only card we'll play different was play Shooting Quasar Dragon.
It is correct to play Shooting Quasar Dragon because if you send Shooting Quasar, there's a chance that you can still be playing Phantom of Chaos.
Are you going
Rhapsody and Berserk.
If you grind it in the moon.
It's good against Cowboy. It's good to facilitate OTKs. Dweller.
Darren knows about Dweller.
Like these aren't too important. This is really good.
You find yourself not really using the extra deck all that much.
Oh, we use the extra deck a lot. Like this is summoned a lot. This is summoned a lot. This is summoned a lot. These are all used.
Yeah. The main cards I really used was it was just Lavalval Chain, Dweller, and 101 and Yu-G-iOh freely. These are like the main 4 I used today.
I use this one as well.
Yeah, the rest of the extra deck I didn't really use, but these were the
giant hand in there,
for me these were the 4 most important cards. Like this isn't even I didn't even use this for 101 emptiness. I just used it because it's just good for removing problem cards in the mirror. Like when people leave a Valkyrie up, it's hard to get over
Was
that.
the Patelamus stuff mostly for shadows?
But I didn't really play much Shadow.
It was for Shadow and for Burning Abyss as well.
I found myself leaving a Unicorn board was often better.
Like I never summoned it though.
Yeah.
I'd still play them though because there's still blowouts against those aforementioned decks.
Yeah.
But that's the list. The extra deck's not massively important.
Yeah. So, what was your hardest matchup this weekend?
I think Burning Abyss is probably my hardest matchup. I suppose it's not the deck; it's just a personal thing.
Yeah. What about you, Bowman?
Didn't have a hard matchup.
Don't really think the deck has that many hard matchups because this Nekroz is the best deck for a reason. Because it's got a better engine than every single other deck. I coincidentally played 9 mirror matches, and the deck's built to beat the mirror.
Yeah.
So
Did you say the mirror match is your easiest?
The mirror match, I think every matchup's easy. I lost to the mirror, I lost 1 mirror, and I lost to a Shadol, but not because the matchup's hard, just because variance happens and you can't win every game of Yu-Gi-Oh that you play.
My only losses this weekend have been to Burning Abyss. So I've beaten every single mirror except against him when we drew.
Yeah, we played each other in Swiss.
Yeah. And shout out to George as well. I had to replace my 3 rotors and 3 MSTs in time, and he was just some randomer I just met in the hall, and he said he'd lend us him. What a lad. Cheers, bro.
Well, that is brilliant. Top 16, both with the same deck. It's weird how you both got knocked out at the same point with exactly the same deck as well.
It's like we're connected.
Connected at the soul.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that, guys, and good luck in your next event.
Cheers.